Good morning, everyone. The live stream is officially started. Market is now opened, and I'm gonna get started on marking my points of interest, support, resistance, supply and demand, and areas of liquidity. So what you'll see me doing here next is pretty much doing that. So if you are ready to go, let's get these charts ready. Good morning, Lenny. How you doing, man? Setting up here. I see we have a just bear with me here. I'm adjusting something on my settings here. All right, here we go. Let's get this chart set up. Um, Market made a big move down overnight, so I'm just waiting to see price retrace and push back up and either show me, I want to either see sellers stepping in, or if we are gonna go up, then I want to see a change of character first. So we're just kind of waiting here to see uh, either one of those signs. In the meantime, we can mark up our trend lines. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm seeing a lot of sellers here breaking out of this 5-minute range. I think we could get some kind of maybe breakout pullback here. So something like this. I'm just marking up a couple things here on the ES. Pretty much just marking up my hourly support and resistance. And as you can see, we're breaking out of the support right here below on the ES. Kind of doing a similar thing on the Qs. I'm doing good, man. Thanks for asking. I was just getting the charts ready there. Just pretty much marked up everything that I could see. It's pretty obvious. Support, resistance, trend lines. Uh, anything that's red, I'm expecting sellers to react from. And everything that's green, I'm expecting buyers to kind of like step in. Unless one of these green lines get broken and then pull back to, then I'm looking for them for that to turn into a selling zone. That's why I'm looking for this to break out first and then pull back, because I don't want to anticipate a breakout here, because usually price likes to fake the breakouts. So I'd rather play it safe, wait patiently. Um, there's no news today, so you can see here, you have nothing going on really for today, nothing really important. Um, so I like to, days like today, market doesn't usually turn out volatile, so I like to wait for a short move because it could be a possibly a choppy day as well. So what do you guys think? Are we going up today? Are we going down? What's your opinion? What the price is doing today? All right, so I see here that the 15-minute chart is giving us the range for the day. I'll go ahead and mark that up. Now let's go to a lower time frame here and take a closer look. All right, I'm expecting price to move lower as we break below this area of support here. I'd like to see a nice strong close below that. You can also go down to a 1 minute to get a closer look at what price is doing there. I almost forgot. Now that I just did that I did the analysis on the charts, this is usually when I put my indicators back on. Well, buyers are stepping in there. You guys see that? After we saw this doji here, right? So we kind of didn't really break out yet, right? We didn't close outside. Sellers weren't able to close strong out here, and now it's reversing. So we could possibly be going back up to take out these highs right here. So how are you guys doing? Did you guys have a good weekend? Yeah, I sure ate a ton of food, so it was a great time. Now just waiting patiently, see if we get a setup this morning. If we don't get a clean setup during the morning by 11, I will probably come back uh, in the afternoon. But sometimes the mornings could be a little bit slow. Nice, that's what's up. Happy birthday, Manny, right? Manny. Happy birthday. Okay, right now I'm just still looking for a close outside of this range. Either we close out on the highs or we close below the lows. I'm thinking this is gonna close below the lows, so I'm just waiting for that to happen. There we go. Sellers are stepping in. We're going down. You can see we got the confirmation here on the S&P as well. Breaking below the range, breaking below the range. There it is. We're moving lower. Let's see how far we go. Let's see. Let's see. We got what they call a psychological level right here at the 1800s. I mean 18,000s. Sorry about that. 18,000s. I like to see us get right through this with momentum. Maybe take a quick pause as we reach the 1800s, but then I would like to see some more momentum to the lower side. I think this could be a target down here for the price to reach. All right, how you guys doing? Them shorts are working here. You got still a lot of momentum from the sellers. There's the war with the tariffs still kind of like going on. China not wanting to negotiate with US and stuff like that. So the market is not taking a liking to how things are developing here. So yeah, we could be expecting a pretty bear market today, like pretty big, pretty big. It's this is clearly not a buying market, right? We know this is clearly not a buying market. Price has been coming down overnight, breaking support. Each time we pulls back, we break support. Um, so yeah, could be a pretty nasty day in the market today. So let's prepare for that. Let's see how we can, get the most out of it. We got right through that 18,000 level, so I'm looking for 17,920 next. Look at the size, guys. Look at the size of these candles, right? Look at the size of these candles. Pushing from the 21 EMA here. This red candle here was pretty big at one point, and right, we saw some rejection here at the lows, and then we see a little bit of follow through, a pullback, and then we see some more follow through, even stronger now, right? Stronger than the one here. See some more follow through, more follow through, even stronger here. So this could be going down for a while. Nasty move, nasty. Jesus. All right, so how do how do you guys think about, like, you know, how long do you hold? You know, if I took a trade, how long do I hold it? Do I get out now? Do I wait? All right, so typically it depends on what kind of trade it is. So for instance, this is a trend following trade. So if we look at the chart, price has been coming down, trending lower and lower. See, price has started up here, well, way higher than up here, but it's been coming down, 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 down. So I typically like to hold these positions until I see weakness in the market. I want to see that the sellers are losing their momentum or they're losing their strength. But usually when the market gets like this, it has like a pretty good opportunity, pretty good ratio that it continues lower and lower. But that doesn't mean we cannot. That doesn't mean we're not gonna get, um, maybe some buyers stepping in here as well. Because always as the selling is happening, it gets to the point where then now the sellers have to take profit, and now when sellers take profit, and the market's gonna go up, or it's gonna pull back, right? Then you might get an opportunity at a second entry then. Yeah, we're still moving lower here. Still moving lower. Just trying to be patient here and just continue to read the charts. The charts is basically your guide. Um, you have your guide right here. This is what you need to. This is what you need to read, right? It's like a map. If you know how to read your map, you know what price has the possibility to go. We're still going lower, guys. We're still going lower. As we get to this green line here, we might start seeing more buyers stepping in here. Yeah, I think that's why we're starting to see a little bit of green here. I think as we get closer to it, sellers might start to lose momentum. Let's see. Let's let the chart kind of like dictate what it's gonna do, and then we'll just follow what it wants to do. You know, no guesses. I don't like to take guesses here. It's coming down. We're still closing lower here. Just being patient here. Just being patient. Um, yeah, just waiting here to get more price action, but yeah, like I said, we're gonna get a little bit more buyers down here as we get to this green line. On SPY, it looks like we got a slight different situation going on. Let's zoom out real quick, see what we got. Did anybody get on those shorts? Worries, no worries. There's still time. There's still time. It's only we're about 45 minutes since market open. We should be pulling back. If we pull back to that 18,000 level, I'm looking for sellers to hold below that. So below this level right here. Looking for sellers to hold below this level here. If buyers step in, right? If buyers bring price up, that's what I'm expecting. I'm still getting a pretty good amount of selling here. I think we might get a push lower here. There it is. There it is. We reached that support line. This could go lower. This could turn around. We have no idea. But what I'm seeing is that the sellers are strong here still. So market is still coming down, guys. Still coming down. We're seeing a lot of volume here. As we're going down into this liquidity level here, the support. Don't want to definitely, right? We definitely gonna see no signs to buy here, right? Look at the buying candles that we got. Very few, um, you know, not crazy strong. So just follow the price. I follow price. I follow the EMAs. I try to keep I try to keep it simple. Right? I try to keep trading simple because trading can be very complicated. But if you just keep it simple, keep it basic, I have my EMAs here. I follow. That's why they on there, because I like to follow the direction of the EMAs. And then I also have the VWAP here. We had the opening range. We broke below it, right? We didn't break here. We broke here. We got continuation. We got follow through. Everything that we was looking for, we pretty much got. There's this trend line here on the hourly time frame, coming all the way back from April 8th. We have some support lines here, support here. So every time we touch the support line, price turns around. So that's exactly what I'm expecting it to do in the future. So that's why I'm marking it up here on the chart. We could potentially get all the way down here before we see a strong move up, right? Because this is a range. We might see a bounce here, bounce here, bounce here, bounce here, so on and so forth. Buyers are still pushing it lower. I mean, sorry, sellers are still pushing the price lower, or attempting to. They're struggling to get through this area of support here. We got a pretty big candle going into it. We could get more continuation to the downside. The S&P as well. The S&P is doing the same, practically the same thing here. It's a lot of selling below the EMAs, below the VWAP, big red candles. Same thing here. So here we see what we was expecting here. Or what I was expecting is for price to run through these lows and buyers to step in. We could see a pullback to this previous resistance. And then from there, we'll see what price shows us where it wants to go. I don't know about the calls here. I would have to see more candles, and I will have to see more information based on the structure of the market. So I like to see, for example, I like to see this previous resistance get taken out, and price would then have to make this is a low, we'll have to make a higher low for me to think that, okay, buyers are still strong here. So something like this. So if we take out this resistance, right, then it's letting me know, okay, there was a lot of buying pressure down here. We could potentially pull back and then push higher and then create a higher low. So this is a low, this is a low, this is a higher low, and a higher high as well. But until then, right, if we just keep making lower and lower lows, lower lows, lower lows, lower highs, it's just basically like you're going down the stairs. So it'll be going down like this. The second we make a higher low and then we take out the previous resistance, now it's telling me that the market's starting to possibly shift. So if we're still in this phase right here where we're just going down, down, and down, then I'm just gonna keep following that up. I wouldn't get here on a sell right here right now, but I also wouldn't get here on a buy unless I get a buying confirmation that the price is turning around. So it's a bad spot to get in, right, on selling. Because why? Because it's an area where buyers could push price higher, but it's too early to kind of know for sure. I could take it. You could take a guess if you like, but then there's no type of price action indicating that the buyers are even strong yet. So that's what I would do. I'll probably wait to get more structure, more candlesticks, more information, so then I can make a decision later on whether to buy or sell. All right, so you might be asking yourself, how do I sell this? Like, how do I sell this market? How do you sell it? Like, what's the best way? Um, best way that you can uh, wait for a good opportunity to then sell it with high probabilities in your favor. Um, so the best way to sell a market that's pretty strong, right? The best thing you can do is wait for a pullback. You kind of want to have this price pull back, giving you an opportunity to sell as high as you can, right? So as it's coming down, I don't like getting in unless we're getting kind of like a break of structure like we did here. I like to wait for pullbacks. If I miss the breakout, I'll wait for a pullback where I can sell from. And because the market doesn't go down in a straight line, right? Market comes down like this. So if I'm gonna sell, I want to catch it at the highs, right? I want to catch. So if the market's coming down, I want to enter, right? I want to sell price when it's high, when it looks like it can continue lower. I want to sell it when it's high, when it can continue lower. So right here, if you sell here, right, what could happen is if you sell here, what could happen is price can pull back on you. And now you sold here, and then let's say market does pull back and it comes up here. Now you're losing money because you sold down here. So now you're losing money as price is pulling back. And then as price tries to come down, if you're doing options, as it gets down to your previous entry, right? Let's say you sold here, right here you're down. It comes back to where you initially sold, because it is options, right? If you're doing options, um, theta is gonna still keep you at a negative, because now it took time for price to push up and then for price to come back to your entry. So when you're doing options, one of the things that matters most is your timing. So when you take an entry, it's really important that you catch, right? You catch the wave. Meaning that if this is representing price and this is the waves, right? It's almost like when you're surfing, you don't want to surf against the waves, right? You need to go with the momentum of the wave. So you need to catch it at the perfect time, right? When it pulls back, jump in, catch and ride the wave on the way to the shore. So kind of like the same thing applies here. Like it's coming down, it's gonna have to come up at some point, even if it's gonna go lower. So you can catch the pullbacks each time market pulls back. Well, then eventually it's gonna get to the point where the pullbacks, um, are gonna, they're not longer gonna be pullbacks. It's gonna actually reverse. Yes, sir. That's right, Ness. You need to have proper timing. Proper timing. Because if you have proper timing, you're gonna have more profits. I think I'm gonna next time have some kind of background music here so it's not so quiet. But yeah, it's this is a waiting game. This is a waiting game. We have to be patient, wait for our setups, wait for what looks good. You know, you don't have to take chances that it don't look good. We can wait and wait and wait until it looks good and then take our chances. If we push up, I want to see how we react to this resistance here. Um, and then I'm looking to see how we react to the 21 moving average as well. So yeah, I can see us pulling up somewhere here as a pullback, possibly coming up here. We could turn around up here, somewhere here, go up and then come down as well. I think what this is gonna want to do is push up, like I said, push up to that. Push up over here, and then we'll just see what the candles are, what the price is telling us over here. Just like I said, this could go down again. Normally, price likes to sweep these lows before it goes back up. So by sweep, I mean it might come down, so pass through, and then reverse or continue. Yeah, be careful with the calls here because we're still on a downtrend. The sellers are still in control. Um, there's just more that needs to go on before we know it's a buy opportunity. If you guys learn the candlesticks, the candlestick is the language, right? The candlesticks is what's speaking to you, letting you know um, the information that you need to consider when it comes to looking to buy or looking to sell. Um, this is practically a language, right? These candlesticks are speaking to you and they're letting you know how the market's reacting. So we're seeing here we had this resistance level here, right? We have an area of interest here from the sell side. We have the 21 moving average. Like, we have everything here that's indicating that, you know, this is where price could go before it turns back around. That's why I'm drawing like these arrows, is where I think price could go and then turn around. So just one single green candle here and these little ones and just one big one isn't exactly telling me, okay, market's gonna go up to the sky. Like, you know, it's just telling me, okay, the move down was pretty strong, right? The move down was pretty strong, and like I said earlier, it's gonna get to the point where now the sellers are gonna want to take profit. Right? Sellers, they can only hold so long until they're like, all right, let's take some money off the table. Right? So that's what I feel like we're getting here, is probably seeing buying, but not necessarily from the buyers, but buying from the sellers closing their contracts or the sellers taking profit. And then this is pretty nasty red candle right here. Pretty nasty red candle. So after a candle like that, I think we there's a high opportunity that we can see continuation to the downside. So they're holding this resistance, right? This resistance is more like think of it as a roof over your head. Right? So would you buy expecting to go up if there's a roof over your head, or would you rather wait until price is now using that roof as a floor and can now push up higher from it? Right? So that's how kind of you want to think of it. Resistance is your roof. Support is your floor. And if you was heading head first into a roof, would that be a good idea? Like, you know, that would probably not be a good idea. That probably hurt. So I would wait for this to break. If I wanted to buy, I'll wait for this to break. And then I would look for my entry down here after it showing the action of breaking. It has to show me the action of breaking the roof and then returning back to the roof and now showing me and demonstrating to me that now it's a floor. Then I would look to buy. But like we said, we've seen markets selling off. It's definitely news related because the market doesn't sell off quite the way it has overnight, and then just continue to make a huge selling at open, and then not even attempt to fill the gap above it. So the clues are on the chart right there. Clues are right here. Clues are right here. Sellers are strong. Resistance, the roof is holding. Now the question is, will support hold? Or will we break it? That's what we're about to find out next. There you go. There you go. That's right. Yeah, follow the person that is in control right now is the Bears. Bears are definitely moving this down. So nice, nice. Make it, take it, man. Make some money. Make some money. If the opportunity's there, take it. If it's not there, it's not wrong with just chilling on the sidelines, just waiting for your shot. There's no rush. All right, how we doing? How we doing, guys? Got a doji candle here. That means indecision. Market doesn't know whether it wants to go lower or higher. Over here on ES, you can see that we closed below the previous support. Price closed below the previous support on ES, but we didn't see that on the Nasdaq. In most cases, I think the S&P has a little bit more influence on the market over the Nasdaq. So I think we're seeing this divergence, a higher low here, but we're seeing a lower low here. So I'm thinking SPY might want to come down lower more than the NQ does. The SPY has a huge gap from this previous support to here, and the NQ, the Nasdaq, has this previous support here that we're currently trying to get through. So I still think this overall wants to come down. Far down, we don't know, but we could do is mark our support, resistance, go back on a higher time frame and look for them. What I like to do is I like to go on the hourly, and then from there I like to go back. I'll go on the hourly time frame here, and then I'll just go back to see previous weeks or months of price action, and I can see where the lows are. So there's a low here, there's a support here. Support here where we saw. There's also a previous support here where we saw price bounce off of this area a couple times. So support and resistance is not always it's not always a line. It can be a zone as well. So this whole zone right here can be support. So this whole area right here could be support. It doesn't always have to be a line. So what I like to do here is I'll mark the high and low. And then I'll jump ahead and then mark my zone. There it is. Yeah, as long as we stay below um this area of resistance, I think we should be fine on the sell side. If we break above it, then I'll be a little bit more cautious. But as long as we stay below, we should be fine. We're seeing sellers stepping in, guys. It's getting crazy. Sellers are coming in strong, coming in hot. I'd like to see a push below this support right here, because as we can see, SPY's already well past that support here. But the Q's has been kind of just chopping around here. So let's see. Hopefully we get that push. Let's go, let's go, let's go. It's going, it's pushing, it's pushing. And we was talking about as price was down here, we was talking about what would be the best chance to sell, right? What's the best thing you could do to look for a sell opportunity rather than just selling at the very bottom of the floor. And we was talking about seeing pullbacks. Price pulls back, gives you an opportunity to sell, continue the trend down, pulls back here a little bit again, chance to go down. Same thing here. Price came down strong, pulled back, and then right it reached resistance, and then we turn around from resistance. So you want to sell at resistance, sell at resistance when you want to follow the trend. Looks like market wants to pull back. It's getting kind of choppy down here. You can see on the 15-minute time frame, we got a small range here. I want to see us break below this. Market's getting very slow, reaching the 11 o'clock, well, we'll pass 11:07. Usually, this is where I try to end my day of trading. It's where volume starts to get really slow and ranging, and it just turns to shit, really. So as soon as I close the last trade I got on, I'm gonna close this out for the day. So like I said, volume's gonna get very low. It's gonna get very choppy. Unless I see this picking up, then you know, it's what it is. So far, I've been trading a little bit of options and futures. On options, I'm up 120 right now. But on futures, I already closed my trade on futures. I'm up close to 1,100 on futures. Just goes to show that you don't need to have a lot of money to make money in this market. If you leverage prop firms, it's a very good way to invest in trading, because like I said, you're not risking your own money, your own cash, so you can make a pretty good living. You don't have to stress the time. See all this chop right here? See all this chop right here on NQ? On options, this is killing you. Well, it's killing me on options right now. I'm trading options and futures. But on futures, I already made I already made my money for the entire week. So, but on options, I'm over here trading and just trying to scalp this move. I think I might close one contract here. I might give it a little bit more time because it's raining right here. It's chopping around. And this is what I'm hoping we do, is break below this range. If not, if we break above it, then I'm closing out my trade and I'm gonna end it there for the day. But either way, we're still in profit. So This is just us trying to make a little extra. I'm seeing that the buyers are, they continue to push, try to push higher here, try to push higher here, try to push higher here, and they continue to fail, fail, fail. So this might be a clear sign that the sellers are still in control. That's why if I said if we close above this line right here, this trend line, then I'm most likely gonna close my trade if we close above it. Because then now if the buyers do succeed, then me as a seller right now in the market, and I don't want to partake in the fun activities from the buyers. Do you guys have any questions so far? We're getting towards the end of the stream. If you have any questions, now is the time. That way I can address any concerns you might have. It's getting really choppy, man. So beta is killing everybody in here. It needs to push quick. It's been chopping around here for a while. ES is going down. Here we go. Here we go. Hang on tight. Wow. Strap your seatbelts. We're going to the moon, guys. We're going to the moon. I just hope Elon let me get the front seat, with all the big guys and shit. So we can talk stocks and shit. There it is. There it is. We going lower. We going lower. Come on. We need follow through. We need follow through. Don't fake. There's a move lower. We need some continuation here. We need some continuation here. Alright, I'm not liking this rejection here. It kind of popped down very aggressively, and now we're pushing back up here. This could just be a trap to push it higher, so be aware. Yeah, this price action is not it. This is not this is not what we want to see here. We want to see continuation here. This play still the same that I'm hoping for, which is, as long as we stay either inside or below this range, if we break above it, I'm all the way out. There we go. Sellers are coming back in. Sellers are back in business. There we go. There we go. Come on, sellers. Let's see. Let's see what's going on in the chat. What's going on in the chat? Are you guys still in this trade? Are you guys sitting cash? Are you looking for calls? Are you looking for puts? Come on, we need this to push. There we go. There we go, man. Okay, okay, waiting for calls. Let's see, let's see. Never know what this market wants to do. Here comes another push. Another push lower. Market's still trending down, guys. We're on a downtrend. Market's selling off. There's very little buying down here. We saw a few pushes to the upside, and then they all failed. So just keep watching the chart. Keep watching the map, right? The chart is the map. Here we go again, guys. Still pushing lower. Just following our plan from the very morning. Sellers still here, pushing lower. There we go. We're still pushing lower. Oh, careful, careful. Today's a good day, man. It's a good day, guys. Market's responding to the sellers very, very smoothly today. Still going down. I think we could get down to the 17,800s down here. Oh, down here on the Qs. Just a possibility. You never know. There it is, man. We're going down still, guys. It's almost time to call it, I think. Price action is being obedient today. Still coming down. Well, can we get another push? Can we get another push? Can we get another push? Yeah, there's a hammer. A little bit of buying here, just a little bit. Still coming down. Let's go. Let's go. All right, starting to slow down here. Think I'm gonna look for my exit. All right, guys. I think I'm about to call it a day here. I already closed all my trades. Market's kind of slowing down. Um, and it's just a good time to cut. It's 11:42. Usually, before as we get to lunchtime around noon, market likes to slow down and get choppy. So um, it's not always that's not always the case, but that's what I normally tend to see. So this is usually where I call it. So if you guys are on a trade, just make sure you manage it the best you can, and always, determine your risk before you get on the trade, and just try to, even if you don't know how to reprice yet, just try to look at the information in front of you, um, and try to make something of it. Try to look at support and resistance, and then if we just keep climbing down and keep climbing down, then make sure you don't get on any bias if it just keeps going down. Wait for resistance to break first, and then look for an opportunity to buy at support. That way, you have your best chances are in your favor. So, thank you guys for joining the live. Hope you guys had a good time, and I'll see you next time, man. Make sure if you can help us out, give a like, subscribe, and share, and hopefully we can grow this community of traders and go-getters like ourselves. So see you guys later. Thank you, man. Have a nice one.